Hey everybody, this is Jerichos, and welcome back to Odin Sphere, Leifthrasir. We have played through the whole story, we've done the bonus boss rush mode, but there's a little bit left to do that we haven't covered yet. Specifically, there are alternate scenes we can view in the Book of Armageddon if you choose the wrong characters. For example, we needed to fight the six-eyed beast as Cornelius, according to the prophecy. But something interesting happens if you choose other characters. You see slightly different, non-canonical scenes, how things would have played out with if you chose the wrong people. So we can actually skip ahead past these because the opening scenes don't change at all. But when it gives us the choice to fight the six-eyed beast, instead of choosing Cornelius, I'm going to choose Mercedes.
What are you?
It's been a while.
Who are you?
You don't recognize me. I have decayed since we last met, but I am Beldor, the sorcerer.
You're Beldor?
Indeed. I believe I owe you. I also owed your mother. If you give me the Ring of Titrel, I will refrain from attacking Ringford.
I do not have it.
What? Tell me where it is.
Even if I knew, I would never tell you.
Very well. Since you cannot help me, I will grind you into dust.
Don't underestimate my bow.
Careful with that, my dear. You might injure your little friend.
Huh?
Do you remember the frog Ingwe? I'm sure you do.
Ingwe?
He transformed himself into this, but he did not know we had a spell to rule beasts. He's a much better servant than Belial. Later, I shall inform him that he devoured the Fairy Queen.
That can't be you, can it?
So yeah, it plays out just a little bit differently. And now we actually fight the Beast of Darkova as Mercedes. But I'm not going to show this fight. I mean, it plays out exactly the same way, just with different skills. So let's jump ahead to when we defeat the Beast. And he's been defeated. So let's see how the scene plays out afterwards.
That useless little... The spell of Darkova has been broken. You stupid fairy, interfering in my affairs. Spit it out. Where is the ring? Oh!
You control me no longer.
Ingwe!
Queen.
I'm so sorry. You're hurt, aren't you?
Don't talk. Shh. It's all right. Just wait. I'll go call the fairies.
Don't go. I want to tell you. I have so much to say. You know what? I defeated the Aesir.
I know. I heard. The Fairy Queen led her troops to victory. You did well. Mercedes.
Don't laugh, okay? Ingwe, I really care for you. Truly care.
No! Oh, heavens, strike me down! Smite me, please! Mercedes. 'Tis unbearable. Do you know how painful it is to hear that? My destiny is cursed. I cannot reciprocate your pure feelings. Now I realize what my heart has been telling me.
What a beautiful yet sad scene. I mean, in the canon ending, neither of them have a happy ending. But I guess here, at least they got to see each other one more time. So sad. But that's not the only non-canonical scene we can view for Chapter 1. Let's go back and choose another character. The second alternate version of the scene we want to see is choosing Velvet. Let's see how the scene plays out slightly differently if we select her to fight against the six-eyed beast.
It's you, isn't it, Ingwe? I had this premonition that you'd throw your life away.
You're alive, Princess.
Who are you? Why is the Darkova quiet?
I see you failed to recognize me. I am Beldor, Skolzi's compatriot.
You're that sorcerer.
Thanks to the curse he cast upon me, I can still act even after death.
What did you do to Ingwe?
He did that to himself. He tried to stop the cauldron.
He tried to stop Armageddon.
Destiny has a sense of irony. For now he is the very thing that will cause it! Now, beast! Devour your twin sister! Let tears of blood flow!
Please, just kill me. Kill me now.
Ingwe, I understand. If I can't save you, I'll...
Oh, it's you, Velvet. I thought you were Mother.
Ingwe,
What happened to it? To the cauldron? I can't think straight. I can't remember anything. I'm so exhausted. Just let me lie here. Please, Velvet.
go to sleep, Ingwe. You won't suffer anymore. Let us go to our mother. Together. The three of us. Together. Just like before.
Both of you have perished. The cipher is powerful. I underestimated it. There's still the book. I shall not give up. What? Where is it? No. Did he drop it? Somewhere in this firestorm? You damned fool! Ugh! I shall persevere. I cannot give up.
Kind of interesting there. Feels definitely a bittersweet twist on that scene, having Velvet having to be the one to put down her brother. And she dies as well in the process. But there's one more non-canonical scene we can see with the six-eyed beast. Our final non-canonical scene for Chapter 1 does something slightly different. We have seen what happens if we fight him with Cornelius, which is the canon scene. We've seen Mercedes and Velvet, who have slightly different scenes, but if you choose either Gwendolyn or Oswald, which I'll go ahead and pick Oswald for this.
What's wrong?
Where am I? Where's the cauldron?
You're awake. So tell me, Ingwe, how does it feel to be the beast of Armageddon?
King Valentine.
Wrong. When you found that mystic power, you didn't learn everything about it. The most important part has been kept from you. Urza made it a secret.
Mystic power.
The wise men may be dead and gone, but ironically, the great Beldor may die. But my spirit survives, thanks to the Puka curse you cast upon me.
Beldor.
You cannot defy me anymore. After the tragedy of King Galon in Titania, we continued our research. So that even if Darkova went completely mad, we would still be able to control it. I doubt you can understand me, considering you have a beast's mind. In any case, you will serve me, so that I can become king. Now burn everything!
What in blazes has happened? I've become...
Finally dead, huh? You jewel handlers, you've wasted everything. The spell is broken. It seems that the user must be Titanian royalty if the power is to work properly. In any event, this will not last long. I now know the mystic power. I will simply curse someone else and control them.
Go back to your grave.
Ingwe!
Death is no barrier. The dead roam freely here. My mind is finally clear. But I have little time. I must stop the cauldron. I need to reach it.
We actually got a scene that didn't rely on which hero you chose. So because I chose Oswald, he was just lying dead there, but whether you choose Oswald or Gwendolyn for that one, you get the same scene and it counts for the same credit. So that is all of the Chapter 1 scenes. Let's take a look at what all we can see in Chapter 2. So, Chapter 2, we were supposed to defeat the Lord of the Netherworld with Oswald. But this time I think I'm going to pick Cornelius. Let's see what happens if he goes up against his grandfather Galon.
I can smell you. I know you are here. Come out, Cornelius.
What a terrible creature. So that was your voice.
So, you remember me?
How could I forget? The beast that devoured his own citizens. The former king of Titania. And of all things, my grandfather.
Add filicide to my crimes.
What? No, not father.
My 3 mouths consume indiscriminately. What I eat becomes a feast for the maggots in my belly. Giving you that sword. I thought it would help, but it proved to be useless.
I shall bury you with this sword like my father did.
Are you suggesting that my destiny is to be killed by my own bloodline? It shall not go as you planned. I am ready. Despair floods my heart. It gouges at my mind. It pounds my shattered skull. That woman's curse is like a parasite winding through my decrepit body. Turns me to this state.
It's a nightmare.
Odette cast a curse on me, keeping my body in this immortal, rotting form. She did not know her error. The darkness in my soul, summoned by the secret technique of Darkova, turns even pain to pleasure.
So Queen Odette is already...
How keen of you. Only she can remove this curse of immortality, but that cannot be done now. I am an eternal being, and I cannot be defeated. This is the end of my land, and the end of our battle. If I were to eat your flesh and hold it within my rotting stomach, the vileness of such an act would give this body indescribable pleasure.
Your heart's as rotten as your body.
Indeed. I was once a hero to this nation, but alas now, I am a feared beast. Now, Cornelius, become part of King Gallen.
Oof. That did not go well for Cornelius. Which is funny, because he's so overpowered and leveled that the actual fight was kind of a joke. But that is an interesting alternate take on Chapter 2. But we have another way we could view that chapter. Let's jump back and choose someone else. The second non-canonical version of this scene that we want to see involves us choosing Mercedes. So let's see how her interactions with King Gallen play out.
Father!
You've grown old, Edmund. Your trembling hands cannot wield a sword as they did in the past. You must remember, you used that terrible sword to smash my fangs. In all of my mouths, the pain is unspeakable. I can never forget it.
Father, this is your land. These are your people. How can you do this to them?
How can I forgive them? Do you take me for a saint? This rapture, this joy, you will soon understand it.
The mystic power is flawed.
To think that I saved you. Let me put an end to your ungrateful life.
Have you lost all love for your son? Is that part of you gone, Father?
This illusion called love will die along with the world. I will tear you limb from limb, and the beast will be no more. You understand. Only my heart feels pain. 'Tis finally over. Finally. King Galen, you must know. The air of the netherworld has seeped into my bones. My body may rot, but it will never fall. 'Tis a curse Odette put on me so that I may suffer for eternity. But now, this curse works in my favor. The only one who can best me is that woman, and she is no longer here. What are you doing? Go, find more sacrifices. The banquet shall continue until I have cleansed humanity from this world.
Yeesh. Yeah. So no matter which of the three you choose, that second scene, they'll be lying dead there. We defeat him in battle, but it's not enough. We can't actually kill him. That wraps up Chapter 2, but there's a few ways we can see Chapter 3 that are different from the canonical way. So Chapter 3, this is the one where we had to choose Mercedes to fight against Onyx, the World Tree, defeating the flames. But plays out a little differently if you choose Oswald instead.
Follow the wind. Let the environment that has worked against us help keep our flames alight.
Lord Onyx,
What is it?
the Shadow Knight approaches. We cannot restrain him.
Oswald, eh?
What is happening, Onyx? Why are you here? Answer me!
You need a reason? Then I shall tell you. I decided I want the world. All of it.
I thought you were more intelligent than this, but it seems I was mistaken.
It saddens me as well. Now that we have met again. Shall I wipe away my dishonor? Or shall I be reduced to ashes?
I will not make the mistake of letting you live this time.
This is not like before. Before leaving the Fire Kingdom, I absorbed the hottest lava into myself. I am now, without a doubt, the incarnation of a blazing inferno!
You've chiseled away at me, but I am still at my full strength. What? Can't you change? You can't be done already.
No. You will die.
How many times did you use your power in that battle? You've reached your limit.
Shut up and watch.
Vulcans, stand back.
Lord Onyx.
He has lost his power and his identity. His soul has been devoured. He's a mere shadow now.
So this is the end of the Shadow Knight.
I shall inform Gwendolyn of your fate when I meet her. Yes, your pathetic end. Now come, leave him be.
Oh, that's so rough. Yeah, as strong as Oswald is, he is not meant to fight against Onyx. But he's not the only one who's not meant to fight against Onyx. Let's see how this could have played out in some other ways. Now, the second option we want to choose for Chapter 3 is we want to play through it as Gwendolyn.
This smoke is like a wall. I can't keep flying. The flames are over there. Hey, you're...
Vulcans, do not attack! Well, well.
King Onyx.
Poor girl. All this soot has ruined your perfect skin. The damp wood creates so much smoke.
Why have you come here?
Can't you hear the tremors? Our land is beneath the sea. We have nowhere to go. But don't worry. We shall take this world from the humans and rule it.
If flames rule the world, 'tis as bad as sinking. I must prevent it. Look at her talk.
How you underestimate me. I did not fight you before. I did not want you to see. See me like this!
This is who you really are?
Do I frighten you? You could never love me. But you are no paragon of virtue yourself. You have killed so many. And with that bloody hand, you caressed the neck of that terrible swordsman. You threw away your purity.
Stop it!
Lord Onyx! Are you wounded?
Vulcans! None of you touch Gwendolyn's remains.
King Onyx,
Silence!
the ocean fast approaches. We must advance, or...
Forget about me. Flee if you wish. Go! Get out of my sight!
We have no choice. We must stay here.
This always happens. I turn my most precious treasure to ashes. Oh, Gwendolyn. My tears of sorrow will snuff out my soul's fire. Why did destiny Bring me to you. I'm not letting you go. You belong to me now. And I will never let you go.
Said it before, I'll say it again. He's a jerk. Also, kind of fun to have the final clash of fire and ice. And ice didn't really come out on top there. But we're not quite done with Chapter 3 yet. And, much like Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, there is one final scene to see that somewhat doesn't depend on which hero you choose. You can choose Velvet or you can choose Cornelius. And I'm going to choose Cornelius to see what happens this time.
Burn it all! Slaughter those who resist!
Onyx! Prepare yourself!
Go! The fairies grow weaker.
The forest has succumbed to our power.
The prophecies are lies. What?
I cannot permit this assault on the sacred forest to continue.
When did knights become trained to use sneak attacks?
'Twould be a disgrace to let you live.
Then die in disgrace. Welcome the looming fire that appears at world's end.
I am pleased that our reserve troops made it in time.
Yes, it was close. Thank you, my ladies of the flame. Thank you for rescuing me. What happened to the cipher user?
You were injured, and we could not contain our wrath. Not even ashes remain.
I see.
But the jewels are quite powerful, and we lost many comrades.
We own the forest. Now what?
Lord Onyx, you must know. We are weakening after separating from the origin of fire.
Our homeland is now completely underwater, and we...
'Tis but a minor distraction. Let us find the cauldron. Once we control that, we shall be victorious. Advance the troops! Hurry! Give your lives if you must!
Seriously? He's a jerk. But that's everything to see for chapters 1, 2, and 3. Did not intend to rhyme that. Chapters 4 and 5 are a little simpler. Let's see what we can do for chapter 4. So chapter 4 and chapter 5 are a little different. For the first 3 chapters, they each had 1 or 2 scenes that played out specifically if you chose particular heroes for the non-canon option. And then they had one option that was kind of a generic one. Chapters 4 and 5, Velvet was supposed to fight the Cauldron in 4, and Gwendolyn is supposed to fight against Leviathan in 5. If you choose anyone other than the canon choice, the scenes play out pretty much the same way. So, let's choose Gwendolyn to fight the Cauldron.
Absorb it all. Let the world wither away. You fools wish to stop me? Witness my sins! Another visitor. A cipher user this time. Your jewels cannot destroy the cauldron. It still has work to do. Now, bury those who dare to interfere, so that the dear child may sleep undisturbed. Wake up, Cauldron! Can you not hear me? No, the furnace's core has been cracked! We will all be vaporized! Come, Leventhan! The time for your awakening has arrived! Rise from your cradle! You shall devour the world! Cipher Handler! Die with the cauldron!
Well, damn. So not only did we not prevent Leventhan, however you pronounce it, from emerging, we also didn't manage to actually deactivate the cauldron, and it obliterated us. That was kind of a bleak scene there with her spear just sticking out of the sand. But we've only got one chapter left to see how things could have played out differently. So chapter 5, as I said, any character you choose, except for Gwendolyn, will get this final scene. So let's choose Velvet to fight against the last dragon.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful! I've longed for this power! I will unveil Armageddon! To have my soul bound so, and to be destined to suffer for eternity. This curse is unbearable! Yes. Now it begins. This land of terrible suffering. Destroy it completely! Wipe away my sins, and my body with them!
Look at that!
Ooh. The light is raining down upon the earth. The one controlling that light must be the king from the prophecies. An omen from the sky.
Brom,
This isn't good. The ground here is sinking. If the land collapses, not one soul will survive. This is terrible. We cannot flee any further. We have to climb. Hurry!
The tip of Horn Mountain is sinking. This is the last piece of land in Arion. Whose wish was this? Please. As long as someone survives this cataclysm, I would gladly give my body and soul up to the heavens. If my wish comes true, and someone I love survives, then my death would have some meaning. This is a terrible ending.
Walk the true path as written in the tales. Each calamity has a dedicated hero or heroine. Clues abound in texts concerning the world's end. Study them and confront the Armageddon once more. We just got the bad ending. And it takes us to the prophecy to read it. Kind of interesting that it has both a good and a bad ending. And something interesting, though, that's not all. There's a tiny bit more to see now that we have seen every canonical and non-canonical version of Armageddon. Let's go back to the attic. So, back in the attic, we've done everything in Gwendolyn, Cornelius, Mercedes, Oswald, and Velvet's books. And we've now done everything in the Book of Armageddon. So, since we've seen every single version of those scenes, pick up the Wheel of Fate book. And... want to read the Wheel of Fate? Yes. Do you want to play the complete ending? Yes.
Good. You're alive. When I first saw you falling, for the first time I prayed that I'd save you. I think I overdid it. That's the magic cauldron. It's still there.
Cornelius.
I'm all right. How's the cauldron?
I stopped it without destroying the core. But all the phosons it absorbed from the world have been used up. At this rate, the salvation Igwe talked about is...
friend or foe?
Huh? Gwendolyn! She's still alive. They're both alive. Huh? This ring. It's Titrell. Why does she have it? Is this fate? After all this, it's made its way here. But the furnace has no more power. Ah, Master Croy. I finally understand. There's still some power. The crystals are right here. In this cipher. The blade is a crystal. If I turned them back into phosons, they could power the cauldron.
No, Velvet. If you use the cauldron, you'll be cursed.
Cornelius, everything that has happened has been leading up to this moment. They are the crownless lords from the poems. They will be the ancestors to all of humanity. And this hand wearing the ring shall be the savior from the prophecies.
Velvet.
The ground is crumbling. We must hurry! I must reverse the magic's flow. Ciphers, give yourselves! Release the source of life! Give the world back its soul. I hereby request Aerion's revival. Let the seed of life flow. Obey the ring, Cauldron. You are no longer an abomination, but the mother of all, filled with hope.
Everywhere we look, the land is ruined. 'Tis worse than the netherworld.
Are we the only ones who survived this?
That I do not know. But 'tis a miracle that we survived at all. Perhaps... Let's find a place to rest.
In this shattered world, will there ever be a place that can accept us after we've hurt the world so?
Gwendolyn. Wait. Something's happening. Gwendolyn.
Oswald! What is it? The land!
It's as if a new world is being revealed. Gwendolyn, we're witnessing a miracle. We cannot give up. We must have hope.
We finally collected all the coins from Valentine. All the coins my grandfather created are here.
Let's see. We should test this now. Magical coins. After these thousands of years of toil, if you are all here, answer my call.
Enlightened one, shall I sing your praises? Who has gathered all the coins from my kingdom?
Ah, that face. 'Tis my grandfather when he was a kind man. It is I, your granddaughter, Velvet.
He cannot hear you. This is only an image from the past.
Who is the one to have amassed such a fortune? It matters not. Such a lofty accomplishment deserves a grand celebration granted by my incredible power. Hear me and rejoice! Allow me to grant any wish. One single wish. Think carefully.
I've waited so long for this day. Of course, I want to break the curse on us.
Wait, Velvet! Do you really wish that? All of us cursed to be Puka. We can live forever, in a timeless vacuum, in these bodies. We can live forever, in love, just as we are now.
And our souls will go on, even after our flesh finally gives up. This curse is eternal, and our souls will never return to the land.
But if we become humans, we will die before 100 years have passed.
Cornelius, instead of living eternally while cursed, I believe that it is more noble to live out a natural life, among other humans.
Yes, I agree. For millennia, we have observed the lives of other people. But even in these prosperous times, we cannot say that the people are happy.
The world is filled with heartache, as it was before the Armageddon. But the sun will always rise. There is always a path.
Yes. The world was not destroyed, and...
The descendants of Gwendolyn and Oswald live on today. Their souls survive in this land that they have saved.
The blood of Valentine must also be passed on.
Cornelius.
King Valentine, we have decided. Listen to the voices of your coin's owners. Break this spell and return our humanity.
Rejoice! With this, you may fear that the power within you is fading as well. But it remains. Hear me, those who have worked together. Your efforts are greater than any mere magic. Live your new lives to the fullest.
Until death do us part.
I shall never let you go. Our lives will go on together.
It's so beautiful. Getting to see that it apparently took them a very long time to gather the coins together. Thousands of years, apparently. That was a nice reward for seeing all of the different scenes and getting to see what happened. Also, can I just say, the two of them make absolutely adorable pukas. Just too cute. I'm pretty sure the credits do not change, but I'll stick around and watch them, see if anything happens. Otherwise, we'll jump ahead to the end of the credits. See you shortly. Oh, that's really beautiful. That's a nice little bonus at the end of the credits there. Again, bittersweet, but kind of makes me happy.
Hey, you there!
Oh, we get to see this again.
You look rather sad to say goodbye. Titania's become a nice place after the dragon disappeared. It certainly feels a lot better. Just where do you hail from? You don't know? You're an odd one. Whoa! Watch where you're going! Well, you must be here looking for a good deal, am I right? I've got just the thing. Come on, it doesn't cost anything to look.
1 apple, please.
But of course. Today's your lucky day. That was what we call a fairy. You don't see them around here that often. This town's really gotten lively lately, and many new people have come. Like that sexy lady over on the corner. What an odd couple. Ooh, what's that you have there? How about selling it to me? I'll trade you this special commemorative Valentine coin for it. Look, just between us two. They say that this is a rare coin that can grant wishes. Sounds fair, yes? Hey! That's a Valkyrie. She looked like King Odin's daughter. Good heavens! Is there another war going on in the West? If you are planning on doing some trading, you best avoid that area. Oh, so you're a writer? Are you writing about your travels here? Well, that's nice. Hey, write about me while you're at it. All right now, take care. It was nice talking to you. If we ever meet again, let me buy a copy of your book. Hey, wait! So, let me ask. What's the title of the book you're writing?
I still love that, the way that played out at the end there. Cute little post-credit scene. And we get the trophy Blessing for seeing the complete ending, which also gets us the Platinum Trophy Odin Sphere. This has been one heck of a game. I have loved going through it pretty much every minute, and I hope you've enjoyed going on this journey with me. I definitely recommend you, if it seems interesting to you, pick up the game and give it a try for yourself. And check out some of Vanillaware's other games. They're pretty solid. But that's going to do it for this project. We have seen the death and rebirth of the world. We've seen a lot of love and tragedy. I think we're going out on a high note, though. I'll look forward to seeing you next time in the next project, but for now, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to click like and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.